AG, where do I start, man?
We start wherever, bro. We can start wherever.
You know, it's a little bit challenging to even intro who you are, because I think what the world sees is the forward for the Orlando Magic.
Okay.
But there's so many layers. And so I kind of want to go back to actually where we met. You may not remember, but unofficial visit to Stanford.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. Take me back, man.
Okay. So we was with I was with Monir. You remember Monir?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
he was
that's right.
he was helping me get around the campus.
Yes.
I was looking to go to Stanford,
Yep.
because that's like 35 minutes from the crib, 30 minutes from the crib. So just coming and seeing the campus, seeing what was good with everything that you guys had going on. You know, it's Stanford.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just the name says it itself. You know?
Right.
So went out there, hung out with Zimmerman.
Z.
Big Zim.
Big Z, yeah.
And I might have been like 14, 15 years old.
Wow.
So all the college dudes, they were big. They were grown. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing you on there.
A lot of people usually don't, AG. It's all good, though.
No, hey, that's a good quality though. You like fly under the radar though. You know what I mean?
You know what? I kind of do. It's impossible for you to do that because, watching you play in high school, all these, Ball is Life videos, that's the AG that people know. But let's talk about your roots.
Okay.
You're from the Silicon Valley. So
Yeah.
tell me about your ties to the Bay.
I mean, it goes deep, man. It goes deep. I mean, I was born and raised in San Jose, California. So I've been in and out of the city, Oakland, San Francisco, San Jose. That's a triangle for me, just making my rounds.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there my whole life pretty much until I had to go to college, and now I'm here. But it's just a beautiful place to live, bro. Beautiful place to live. The people, the culture, the swagger is all there. It has everything that you need. It's like everything that you could ever ask for.
So I think, people know the Silicon Valley for this innovation mindset that exists. Like there's all these new ideas that are birthed there. So what did that do for you as a creator? Like, how did it inspire you to create? Just being in that setting.
Man, yeah, everything out there, like Apple, Google, Twitch, so on and so forth, Facebook, man, it just goes all the way down the list. Like Silicon Valley is innovation, it's forward. It's a new part of America. Yeah. It really is. It's one of the newest parts of America. And to me, it just it helped me see an entrepreneurship side from a young age. Like you're able to create a business out of a garage or out of a room. You can, expand. You can reach people. I think that's what it was. It was like the technology. It showed me a way that you can reach people on the other side of the world from inside your own room.
Man, see, you already started with the bars.
That's it right there.
They ain't know you got bars yet.
No, they don't know. They don't know yet. We keep these PG.
Right. No, for sure. Man, that's a bar. Being able to reach literally the world from inside your room. So obviously from inside your room, the roots of having a mother, right? That's a software engineer.
Yeah.
That technical conceptualization. Let me ask you this. How did having a mom that's a coder, how did that affect your game on the court?
Oh man, well, it just made me real analytical. It made me real analytical on the court, man. So she sees the game from both sides, man. She always has, So she's seen the coding aspect, she's seen the basketball aspect, and she gave me the luxury of saying, Aaron, you're able to do other things than just play basketball. She barely played sports. She played tennis, whatever. Played volleyball, but she wasn't into sports. She was always on the computer. She gave me an outlet. She has always said that you can choose to play basketball, but at the same time, there's other things in the world that you can do that you can be successful at, and that helped me say, okay, this is what I want to do. This is really what I want to do. This is what I want to pursue as a passion. I can do all the other things, but this is what I want to do, and that's basketball. Right. Yeah.
So leaving a legacy on the court, man, is how do you build a legacy on the court? Like, what's your framework in your mind for like what you want to leave?
You gotta just be real. You gotta be real, and it took me a long time to figure that out. You know, just because you've always wanted to chase somebody else on the court. Like, so you wanted to be like Mike, you wanted to be like Kobe, be like Bron, whatever, growing up. You know, all these dudes looked at like Mark Stoudemire, Joe Johnson, Vince Carter, Jason Richardson, Baron Davis.
Yeah.
You know, all these guys you want to be like. Allen Iverson, Kobe, all these guys. But if you're trying to live their legacy, it's not real. That's fake. You know what I mean? It don't matter. No matter how badly you want to be those guys, it's always going to be real. You're not going to leave the legacy that you want to leave. So it's taken me. So I'm 23, so I'm just now figuring it out. The way to leave the legacy is just be yourself.
Wow.
Let that lie. You know what I mean? It don't really matter, like, how people see you. At the end of the day, it's about doing it. You know, the legacy is going to be what the legacy is.
Now, when did that click for you? Like, where's that come from? Like that, like being brave enough to be yourself. Like, where does that come from for AG?
So it comes from a lot of meditation. You know, it comes from a lot of meditation and having people around you that love you and support you and encourage you to be yourself. And then it comes from just the love of the game. Yeah. Wow.
So meditation. Take me back to the 11-year-old version of Aaron that met this dude named Graham. Like, how did you know as an 11-year-old that was important? Like, and give me a little, you know, scaffolding about who Graham is for you.
Okay. So Graham Betchar, he's a mental skills coach, sports psychologist. That's like the technical terms of sports psychologist.
Right.
Then he developed into a mental skills coach. He's now like on his way to be a guru. You know what I mean? Like that's what he is. Like he's on his way to be a guru. Got a beard and everything. You know, he's growing it out. Everything is working.
Looking like Santa. You feel me?
Low key, low key, for real. And so when I was 11, that's when I first met him. We were in the East Bay. We were at a hot prospect camp in Oakland, and he was just different, you know, during the camp. Instead of just like working on how to shoot the basketball, how to dribble the bat, how to pass it, you know, he brought out a bucket and brought out ping pong balls. And we were trying to throw ping pong balls into the bucket. And everybody else is like, man, what the hell is this, man? What are we doing? Let's just hoop. And I was like, oh, this kind of dope. You know what I mean? Like, it's different. Yeah. The ping pong balls would go in the bucket and then bounce out, everyone getting tight because they can't make the ping pong balls in the bucket. That was the point. Yeah. It was like how you're supposed to respond to failure. Because that's what life is about, man. It's just about responding to failure. How many times you can fail and get back up and move forward. And that was the first time I had learned and seen that. And I knew there was something special there because it was different. And that's usually where the gold lies. You know what I mean? Outside of the norm. Yeah. Outside of the social norm that's where the gold lies. And so I seen that. I was still 11, you know what I mean? So I was just happy to be there.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, but that's very precocious for an 11-year-old to know, yo, there's something here about resilience that's important for me to grasp. Like, how has that shaped your resilience off the court? Like your failure off the court, your ability to bounce back.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, basketball has been so ingrained into my personhood, into my identity, that when I had a bad game, it was like my identity was falling apart. And that can't be the case. You know, that can't be the case at all. Off the court, now I realize, like, you know, everybody in this room can do anything that they want. They can do anything that they want to do. It don't matter what it is, as long as you put your mind to it. Yeah. You put that same recipe. Yeah. You know, that same work ethic, the same compassion for failure, allowing yourself to fail. You do whatever. You know, you can do whatever.
Right. Man, you know, I'm gonna go a little bit in reverse order because before the show we were talking about Carson, California. So we talked about your mom and the Bay roots. Yes. So now let's talk about your pops and the LA roots.
Right.
Like, how did that influence who you are?
Man, you were talking about like the code switching. Man, that's how it influenced me a lot. You know, I got my mom and her whole side of the family is white and talks like real proper English, King's English or whatever you want to call it. Yep. And then you got my dad's side of the family who speaks a little bit of Ebonics, you know what I mean? So you got to be able to switch up in both ways if you want to understand and if you want to communicate. And so going to Carson and spending time in Carson, that's part of what grew me too. You know, summertime cookouts, man, barbecue, all the old heads throwing bones, shooting pool, listening to Motown. Or, you know what I mean? July 1st, you got the Home Depot Center lighting up fireworks and we throwing fireworks in the street, playing basketball.
Yeah.
And that's where like, I got like griminess from, you know what I mean? Like, the grit. That's where I got the grit from. Because in San Jose, there was nobody to really hoop against. You know, like nobody was going to the park and like challenging. Yeah. You know, nobody was going to the park and challenging. But then you go to LA, people playing in the streets and they're going at you.
They'll rip this to shreds.
Oh yeah.
If you ain't got it, they'll talk about you real quick. Open for a reason.
Yeah, right. Living.
Yeah,
living. He's with us.
Yeah.
All that. Oh, he can't play. You don't got that. And so that was like when I realized, like, okay, you know, who I was, where I came from, is when I spent time with my dad's family, and then also with my mom's grandpa as well.
That's beautiful, man. I'm super curious. Like, who did you run into on the hoop scene in the LA area? You know, when you was going down to Carson, like, were you? Yeah. Who did you play against? Is in the league now, or like guys maybe you played against in college.
Ooh.
Anyone come to mind?
Dang, it was more in the Bay Area.
Okay.
So in the Bay, like to get like a real good basketball, you know, you had to go to Oakland or you had to go to San Francisco. Yeah. And then that's when the Hoopers were like, oh, okay. Yeah. These dudes can play. You know what I mean? So it was like that hard prospect camp. I wasn't even close to the best one at the camp when I was younger. You know, you got guys like even the older heads, you know, Dame Lillard. You know, he wasn't even that cold in high school. You know that? That's why Dame is probably, like, other than myself, he's my favorite player in the league. Wow. For sure.
Why is that?
Because, you know, they used to have the Sac versus Bay game, right? Yeah. And so Dame was in that game when my brother was in that game. But he wasn't. True. Dame wasn't the big name. You know, my brother was the big name. I think maybe Wendell. Yep. Wendell McKinnis might have been in that game. Yeah. A couple other people went in that game, like the Brew brothers, maybe. And Dame was an unsung hero. He wasn't really killing like that. He was killing, but he wasn't really killing like that. And he just stayed with it. And now he's cold killer in the league. So money. Yeah, he's nice, man. But yeah, I mean, the Bay Area dudes, Dominic Artis, Cy Turner, Brennan Ashley, Jabari Bird, you know, a ton of dudes in the Bay that you go out there and get some good run.
Shout out Oakland Soldiers.
Oh, for sure. No question.
Legit. Yeah. So you touched on Dame. It kind of makes me think about music because we think about him as a hooper and then who he is off the court too. So how does Aaron keep himself balanced? Like, what do you do off the court to create balance for yourself?
Okay, yeah, I like that, man. I like that because you have to. You have to. Come on, man. You're gonna get bored. You're gonna kill yourself, man. Like, if all you do is focus on what you have to do, man, you're missing out on a big part of life. Exactly. You know, there's other things, and you know, there's certain things that I aspire to do, and we'll get to, you know, eventually. Right. And now it's a matter of just doing them. So whether that be, you know, writing music or writing poetry. Yes. You know, expanding my creative side and like painting or drawing or reading, something like that. You know, something to expand my mind. And then, let's see here. What else do I like to do? That's not so cliche, man.
You travel quite a bit.
Yeah, we travel all the time. Yeah. And then even in the off season, I love traveling. Exactly. Yes.
Because when I ran into you during the summer, you were like, yo, going here with the family, going there with the family.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. So
before the season.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. The off season is lovely.
Yeah.
Off season lovely. So we go to Bahamas, we go to Barcelona, Ibiza. Where else we go? We can go to many other places. Yeah. But yeah, the traveling is nice.
What does that do to your ability to create, to your creativity? Like traveling?
Oh, man. Well, I think traveling is great just because you get to experience other cultures, you know? Yeah. So so many other things in the world, like food, different restaurants, all that thing. But like the creativity can be drawn from every day.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where you go. You can just, from the people that are around you, from the people that you love, from the people that you speak with every day, that's where you can draw creativity from. And that's the best creative, like, that's the best way you can be creative, is just chopping it up with the people that are around you and just drawing from that.
That process. I'm gonna take you back a couple years. You're talking about creativity, and so I grew up like I'm obsessed with hoop.
Okay.
Obsessed. There's 3 things I think about every single day: it's music, my family, and hoop. Like it's continual threads in my life.
That's love. That's love right there.
So, and we talking about creativity, and they, we reached a point where people said that the dunk contest was no longer creative.
Yeah.
That we had seen everything.
Right.
You changed that a couple years ago. Like, how did you dream? How did you dream up in your head that I'm getting ready to do something that no one's ever done before? Where does that process come from?
Oh man, when we was younger, like we had like the 7'5" hoops. Yeah, remember that? We would be dunking on the 7'5" hoops.
Yeah.
That was like the culmination. That dunk contest was a culmination of like growing up as a kid and dunking on the 7'5" hoops.
Right.
And then just being blessed enough to like have the means to do it on a 10-foot hoop. You know what I mean? So that was just like a childhood dream coming true. And that's what everybody saw.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
And I'm still mad at the result, bro. I'm still mad.
I'm
still salty.
Yeah. That was that's an interesting result, man. That was an interesting result.
But it's classic. I mean, maybe the best contest ever, you know. And it reminded me, hey, there is something that hasn't been done.
Definitely.
Growing up, watching Vince, Jason Richardson, people sleep on Jay Rich as a dunker.
Oh yeah, no question. He had some crazy dunks.
Crazy.
Jay Rich had like his 360 through the legs is off the chain.
Ridiculous, man. So now, man, who you are on the court. I want to get into the mentality of what it took to prepare yourself mentally for that contest.
Okay.
So there's the element of actually performing the dunks, right? But then there's the element of knowing that millions of people are going to be watching me.
Yeah.
How do you get ready for that?
Hey, man, you a lot of visualization, mental just practice, mental training and visualization.
Yeah.
You take yourself through the dunks over and over, and then you let it go. You got to have fun with it.
Yeah.
Like I was so calm and focused. I think I missed one dunk, that one, and it was just calming. It was really like surfing, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like the only way I could put it. Like, and I'm not even a good surfer really, but like I feel like to equate it to somebody like riding a huge wave, that's what I equate that to.
Well, now what was calming? Like the execution?
Yeah, so I knew the execution was there.
Yeah.
Man, I like that.
Yeah.
I like the stage. I like the lights. So I'm for it.
Did you always like the bright lights? Like, was that always something you wanted?
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. And like when you're good at what you do or great at what you do, the lights are gonna be on you.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
that's just that's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
If you're the best at what you do, you can be recognized for it by a lot of people.
For sure. Yo, so train the mind, right? Heard about this idea, was blown away by the ingenuity of it, the innovation of it. Give me a little narrative about, this entity that you're building now.
Okay, so Train the Mind is a new business venture. It's basically just teaching kids through basketball and through other sports how to become more mentally capable of handling everyday situations. Like people are so depressed and so stressed and so anxiety filled, and that's just like what it seems to be natural today. And that's not natural. That's not natural. People aren't supposed to be naturally stressed. And that stress and that anxiety and that fear of failure, those are the exact things that are keeping you from being successful in this world. Yeah. So if you can eliminate those or make friends with those, make amends with those things, those anxiety, the stress, the pressures, the fear of failure, gonna be successful in whatever you try and do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How much of those challenges have to do with social media, in your opinion? I'm curious to know.
Oh yeah, social media is definitely good and bad. It's definitely good and bad. Well, I mean, it's just so, like, comparing it is just such a thief. You know what I mean?
Man.
Comparing is such a thief. So, like, when you go on social media, you always comparing.
Yep.
This person's life is so happy, you know?
Yeah.
And that it's just like that perpetuates the stress and anxiety and the pressure. But at the same time, it's a good way to connect. It's a good way to expand. It's a good way to show you who you are, you know, show people who you are. So,
yes.
I mean, it's goods and evils, you know, good and bad to everything.
Right.
You know, you can find a good in everything, and find a bad in everything. Social media just happens to be so prevalent, used so much. You know, it's so extreme. The goods are so good, and the bads are so bad.
That's the whole spectrum right there, man.
Yeah.
So, legacy. What legacy? We talked about legacy on the court. What legacy do you want to leave off the court?
Okay.
Like, what is it that you want to build, and what is it that you want people to remember Aaron for?
Oh man, if I could build schools and universities,
wow,
that'd be the ultimate. That'd be the ultimate.
Wow.
Schools and universities, and not to the curriculum of what the curriculum is now. You know, the curriculum is very stifling.
Yeah.
You know, it's just almost like a funnel.
You
know, go on the top, and then it just kind of spits you out with whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
like, you know, but the curriculum it's just not there, man. It's stifling. It doesn't help nurture creativity. It really doesn't. It doesn't nurture creativity like the curriculum that I would put in place.
Yeah.
You know, the curriculum that I would put in place, it would be like a meditation class.
Ooh.
You know, it'd be like a dance class,
Okay.
like an art class.
Yeah.
Obviously, you need math and science.
Right.
You know, you need math and science. Technology, you know, like finances or something like that.
Right.
And then, you know, something that people can choose to follow their passion with. But, you know, it's to create universities would be beautiful.
Yeah, man. No, that's beautiful. Now, was this something that was inspired, like, in you as a student, where you began to see disconnects between, like, they're only doing this one way. Like, maybe there's another way you could teach me these concepts, or...
Yeah, I think so. I mean, basketball has inspired me. I've learned so much on the court of basketball that can be applied to all of life. And the religions of the world have inspired me too.
Word.
Yeah, so...
You be reading?
No. No, I don't. Not like I need to be.
Got you. Yeah.
But just all the different religions. I've been around people that have been in all types of different religions, whether it be Christianity, Jewish, Buddhist, Muslim. You know, I have friends that have been in all those, and they're all like super dope people.
Yeah.
You know, they're all hella cool.
Yeah.
Now, essentially have the same values.
Right.
You know, to a man, you know, to a person. But then when you put them in a big group, they start going at each other, you know? And it's like, they all essentially say the same things. You know, they essentially say the same things. And, you know, it's a whole deep conversation. I'm put everybody to sleep. We talk about that.
Oh, no, not at all, man.
Put everybody to sleep. It's just like the root of evil. You know, trying to figure out the root of evil.
Wow. Yeah. The only way you can combat evil is love. So, yeah, man.
That's big.
What are you listening to nowadays? I'm curious to know, like, what kind of vibe does, like, AG want to get in for a game, man?
I still like the lyrics. I still like the lyrics. I've always liked the lyrics. I still like the lyrics. The melody is secondary to me. Yeah.
You don't hear that from young millennials, brother. Lyrics.
Yeah, right. Everybody likes the melody these days. Everybody likes the melody.
Yeah.
The melody's nice. You gotta have a good flow. But it's about the lyrics.
It's what's being said.
Yeah, it's what's being said.
Bars.
And so, you know, you guys like love Kendrick, of course.
Yeah.
J. Cole, you know, those guys. Because what they say, they stand behind. like Kendrick is on another level, bro. He's on another level.
For sure.
And people know this. You know, he's on another level. Like To Pimp a Butterfly was crazy.
Bro.
That album was unbelievable.
Bro.
The depth in that was unbelievable. The metaphors. Oh, man. Oh, too tough.
Man.
It was nice.
Yeah, I mean, I have personal love for, you know, SoCal hip hop. So
okay,
I'm gonna give you that vote for Kendrick. That's where my roots are, man. But
for right now, I guess new artists like JID, Jid,
yeah.
J. Cole. He's not new, but you know he's like starting to come onto the scene as like a little bit more mainstream. Mm-hmm. You know, SoCal. Another dude I like is Problem.
Yo,
yeah,
I be feeling like the man when I walk through.
Yeah, Problem's tough.
Problem got a verse on that.
Yeah, Problem's tough.
Nah, he hood.
Yeah, super hood.
Yeah, man. Nah, that's my roots right there. Like my pops had a church in South Central, so I grew up on Quick, and you know, you step outside church, that's all you hear.
Yeah, okay.
Quick and Cube and
yeah.
So yeah, nah, I feel you on that. You got the Chucks on, actually, so you repping.
Yes, that's all California, man. I figured I just needed to bring a little West Coast vibe out to the East Coast.
Yeah, man. Yeah. No, bars, yo. You are stranded on a desert island, right?
Yeah, okay.
You got a suitcase. In that suitcase, it's 5 pairs of kicks. What are those kicks?
All right. So top 5 kicks. I only get 5 kicks for the rest of my life.
For the rest.
I'm going to go with the ones.
Yes.
Red ones.
Fire.
And then I'm going to go with, I'm going to get a pair of low top Chucks and high top Chucks. Need both.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the off-white Grim Reaper black Blazers. Grim Reaper Blazers.
Ooh.
And then last one, it's either gonna be the Conkers.
Yeah.
It's either be Conkers or like a pair of Vans, like red and white checker Vans.
Those are fire.
Yeah, those are tough.
Fire. You switch the lifestyle up with that.
Yep. Yeah.
I mess with those. Yo, man. So I had an amazing opportunity to join you this summer, man. First of all, thank you for that invite. It was like,
of course,
super touch.
I'm glad
man.
you could be there.
Yeah, to be at the premiere of Uncle Drew, and I believe that was the first film that you were in.
Yes.
And not only were you in it, but you played a major role, man. Let's talk about the mind shift of being, you know, a hoop star versus an acting star. Like, how's that different?
Oh man, I mean it's a whole different experience, you know. So you're around people that do what they do every day, you know, like Lil Rel, Nick Kroll, Erica Ash, Tiffany Haddish. You know, they act every single day. So I'm just like really the rookie on set, and they're just killing it.
Yeah,
you know. But it was fun, man. It was fun. Like a lot of takes, you know.
Yeah.
You got to get all the different angles.
Right.
You got to get the lighting right on the camera. So there's so much that goes into the set of a movie. And it was fun, bro. I'm looking forward to doing more.
Really?
Yeah, no question.
Yeah.
I think this summer I'm going to try and get into a lot more of that, just on camera type stuff.
Nice. Now, are these hoop roles, or, you know, these romance roles? Like, what we talking?
Look, I was talking to Terry Crews. He came out to Orlando, and we had dinner, and he was talking like, you know, if in your gut it's not a definite no, then it's a yes.
Ooh.
You know, so just any role that I think, then yes. So it's whatever.
Wow.
It's whatever.
Wow.
Yeah, any role, I'm for it.
Yeah. So if you don't get that automatic no, it's more of a why not.
Exactly.
I love that. I love that, man. So nerves. How did you deal with nerves as an actor? Because I think nerves as a hooper probably are a little different, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I mean, nerves are nerves. Nerves are nerves.
Nerves are nerves.
Nerves are nerves. You know what I mean? You're going to be nervous. You're going to be nervous. You know what I mean? Wherever it is. But it's like even having this microphone in my face is like, it made me want to like back up a little bit. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how it was with the camera too.
Yeah.
Like you get the close up And that camera is like right here, your face, and you gotta act like it's not there. So
Wow.
that was it took some getting used to, but it was okay, man.
Right, man. And so I'm sure you made connections and friends with Shaq and Reg and C-Web. Like, what was it like to be around like a whole nother generation of hoop?
Man, they were just so cool. Man, that whole cast was so cool. Like, Lil Rel is hilarious. Nick Kroll is hilarious. So those are two people that I never thought I would meet in my life, and that I met, and we ended up just being like homies.
Right.
You know?
Right. Love it, man. No, thank you, bro. Thank you for giving me this time. Man. Like, thank you. It's amazing. So amazing how, take time out on game day to, just share your thought process, man. And that's what it's all about. So hopefully it won't be the last, but.
No, I appreciate that. Appreciate
man,
you,
for sure.
Yes.
Signing off. It's an Untold Podcast. And we'll see you next show. Thank you for listening to the Untold Podcast. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for more.